welcome to another game of Catan. First position on this board, and I'm looking at the 6-9-3. Very low ore board. Decent amount of wheat. I don't like being in first position on this board because getting on the 6-9-3 isn't a huge advantage. There's plenty of other wheat spots, and you can also get on ore on two other spots here, the 2-9-10 and the 9-4-11, unless someone takes the 9-11-10. So I'm thinking about the 6-9-3, but what are some other options? There's the 4-10-5 here, but someone's probably going to take the 8-10. There's a 5-10-8, but it's a lot of sheep. You could go off to the sheep port, and it's not horrible, but I don't love it. There's the 8-3-4 off to the 3-1, a lot of sheep as well. I kind of like the 10-9-5 and then getting on the wheat port. It's a lot more production, and there's still always a chance you can get on the ore here. But probably not. We probably won't get on the ore. So I think because there's so little ore, I should just get on the 6-3-9. But I am afraid this 9 getting blocked quite a bit. Let's see, what else would this pair with? I don't see a ton of great spots this will pair with that'll be open for us. So I think we're going to play it safe and go on the 6-3-9. But I think the 10-9-5 would be my second option here. You could also take the 8-10-4. So you have the wood port and then maybe the 3-1. Red takes the 5-10-8. We definitely want a higher production spot. Hopefully we can pair up with brick. But we might not get on sheep here, because someone's probably going to take the 8-4-3. And someone's definitely taking the 8-10-4, or at least the 3-8-4. I think third position, you definitely take the 10-9-5, but he could be considering getting on the ore, yeah, the 9-11-10. Now, fourth position, I think fourth position's in a really good spot because you can get on a lot of production. Getting on the 10-9-5 and the 3-8-4. That looks really good. Could also do the 3-8-4, 4-10-5 and get an extra road. Get on the wood port. But I like the 10-9-5 because you can get on the wheat. Because someone could cut you off with the 5-9-12 and then going off to the wheat port. So I think fourth position, you definitely take the 3-8-4, 9-10-5 here. At least blue closed out the ore, so no one else is going to be sharing that ore spot with us. But still, I'm assuming if these players know what they're doing, they're going to block this 9 quite a bit, which is not going to be good for us. Ideally, we get maybe the 4-5-11, 3-8-4, but I don't see a ton of good spots. Assuming fourth position takes 3-8-4, 10-5-9, then blue takes probably the 4-5-11 just to help them, or even the 8-3-4. That also looks really solid for them. And then red's in a tough spot here, I think. Yep, 8-4-10. Now the problem is getting on the 10-9-5 here, definitely going to get army, most likely, because he'll be able to connect, he's going to get on the wheat port. I think it's a really good board to be on fourth position. Interesting, he takes the 11-5-6. I don't think that's bad, because I think the 6-12-11 will be open. But it does give blue a really good settlement on the 10-9-5. So I don't really like green's choice here, because the 12 isn't going to help him that much, and now it's going to be harder for him to connect his roads. It's always potential that blue instead tries to connect through the 10-9-5, which I'd be surprised if he doesn't take, but I would understand the 3-8-4 as well. At least the benefit of blue placing on the 10-5-9 is that it doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, actually it does. It would make sense if red goes on the 8-3-4 just because he's going towards the sheep board. But that puts us in a really tough position. Because what would we take? With those two positions taken, really our best, yeah, blue takes the 10-9-5. Hopefully red takes the 6-12-11, but very doubtful. Yeah, didn't have to think too hard about that. Now we could absolutely ruin red's game by just taking the sheep port, which I'm considering, to be honest. Because I think we'll have to fight for army here, and I don't know how much this 6-11-12 is going to help us. But it looks ugly. The other option is taking just the 8. But yeah, there's no expansion in this game, which actually helps us a little bit. I think I might take the 2-5. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, actually, but the other option is the 3-8, getting us on the 3-1. And that's nice, but I do really like hurting red here, because once he gets on the sheep port, that's a really good spot for him. And I can always still sneak over to this 8-3. Comment down below, what would you take? The 2-5 to hurt red, give you a little bit extra ore, or would you take the 8-3? Maybe doubling up on the 8. I don't want blue to block us too much here, so I think I'm going to take the sheep port here. I don't like it, but I don't like the 8-3 that much either, to be honest. And there's always the potential too that green just beats us to doubling up on the 8. And at least this stops red from competing with us for army. Because now he has to go all the way to the 3-1 just to make this sheep actionable. So it really eliminates some competition for us. So now we're really just competing with blue. And we'll have to block his 5s early on so it prevents him from getting this wheat port. Green also most likely going to fight for road here. Green's in a good spot as well. I think what I did really hurt red, but green and blue should be still solid. But I think not doing this, getting on the 8-3 helps us a little bit more. And getting the... Yeah, red just left. The 8-3 helps us a little bit more in getting higher production, but I actually like the 2-5 because the only thing I'm going to be trading out most likely here is going to be the wood and the sheep. And this will just make the trading in the sheep a lot more efficient for us. I don't think red should have left though. Red's still in a lot of production. He can still fight for road. So I think he should have stuck it out. That being said, we're on not a lot of production at all. So green, I'm assuming wants to block, probably want to block blue. I think the 9's probably the best block. And then stealing from blue. Because blue could always take his wood port. But he blocks the 10, okay. We're fine with that, takes from blue. Our setup is very unintimidating, I think. So for the or wheat sheep, you know, this is very risky. Green going for a dev card. I don't like green going for dev cards. We don't want to compete. I still want to block this 5. That hurts green as well. So I might steal from green instead of blue here. At least to start. I do want to save up for the city though, because we're not going to be a threat early on. And we need to get our production up just to compete with our competitors here. Yeah, green already with a settlement. So I think we're going to pass again. Once again, we don't need knights. I don't think we're going to get blocked unless this 9 gets hit. A lot of 8s are rolling. It would be nice to get a road building though, because if we can get on the 8-3, that would help us out tremendously. I think blue really wants to secure a road over to the sheep port, or sorry, the wheat port, because it makes a lot of sense for green to take it here. That'll make it easier for him to connect. He really, really hurts blue also by doing that. So he needs wood. Great trade for green. Wow. Another 10. I don't like how slow this is. I almost want to get a dev card just so we can do something here, but I do think it's better to hold. Bot probably blocks the, yep, that's a great block. The bot's learning. Okay, now we have our city here, so that's good. City up this 6-9-3. Wow, so he trades with the bot. Still needs the wood. Yeah, once blue gets on the wheat port, he's very dangerous here. So green doesn't have a knight. Green probably wants to go to this 6-12-11 spot next. Double up on the 6. The 9-5-10 here might have been the better placement for first. I was really worried about the ore, but I really hate getting stuck on this 2-5. Wow. Get the city here. Now we'll have to start buying knights, just because our competitors are already ahead of us. But blue doesn't have a knight. He has a VP. Doesn't have a year of plenty, otherwise he would place. So I'm assuming blue has a VP here. Maybe a monopoly. Another 6, that's huge, but it also is really huge for green as well. Another 6. Let's see. Does he have enough to settle in the 8-3? We might have to block the 6, just because green's really popping off. Did the 11 hit? Goes for the dev card. So we could get another city here, but I think it's better to go for 2 dev cards. Mono, that's huge. Blue has to block the 6 here. The 6 wood, that is. I hope he's not considering the 6 wheat. Now what will we want to mono here? Probably the sheep. We'll probably want to wait to mono the sheep from red. But this will likely get used way later on. Now does green have a knight here? He does not. Gets another dev card. Yeah, it's going to be a really slow game for us to start. I do want to city up this 2-5 now. Ah, this one's built to the 6-2, that makes sense. Steals my sheep, and then the 9 hits. We want to hurt blue as well, because I still think blue's in a good position. Blue gets the city. Does have a knight, still has a VP. Maybe blocks the 5. And again, blue's pretty threatening here as well, so maybe blocks the 10. I'm surprised green's actually going for dev cards here. I think it makes a little bit more sense for him to go for army, or not army, for a road. See if the bot wants to trade. Another mono. Okay. Back-to-back monos. We like to see it. We really have to wait till red stocks up on sheep, or if we can find out a way to really hurt green here. So I think we need to wait for some 8s to hit. Once a couple 8s have hit, then that's when we'll play our card. I think you definitely route from green here. See if the bot does this. The 2 for sheep. Bot might make this trade. Another knight, that's good. As long as we can stay ahead of green here. Because the last thing that we'd want out of green is for him to take army and road back to back. Hopefully red connects here. We still need a settlement placement though. And I don't like that 2 VPs have already been taken. See if the bot takes it for another. He does. So we're gonna get on this 3-1 just so we can hurt blue just a little bit. And because we'll always have the 5 open. We still don't need to play our knight here, so I think we're gonna hold. So blue doesn't have a knight. Interesting. Probably takes from me here. Get the wheat, that's good. And more wheat. So we could city up again, but I think we'd rather get 2 dev cards here. We do get a VP, and we also lock down army, that's good. So I really like our position here. We will probably need to play a knight next round no matter what. The monos should really come in handy as well, because I'm sure this 9 is going to keep getting blocked. Here's the settlement, yep. So blue's at 7, green is at 6. I'd probably do a 1-for-1. I should have counter-offered that. I don't really mind if green gets a dev card here, because I think we should be able to outpace him. Okay. I kind of want to mono the brick, weirdly enough. Reason for that is that gets us the settlement, and we should be able to get 2 dev cards after that. So I think we're going to do that. Oh, I should have played the knight. I didn't even realize that. I think we should still be fine. Yep, we get another knight. And we'll just keep this brick. I'm confident we'll be able to get it back, but it just makes it so that it's going to be a little bit longer. I think that was definitely a mistake, though. Ooh, I hope red didn't get a knight here. I really hope red didn't get a knight here. That would be very annoying. We don't need any more dev cards though, by the way. Well, I guess maybe if he keeps pulling knights, then maybe we need 1 more VP. We could also mono the wood here. That's another potential, because we're still sitting on 5 brick. If we can sneak road, that would be huge. Especially considering green's at 6, blue's at 7. Now he's at 8, so maybe we have to sneak road here. Probably mono the wheat. That's really good that black took that. Do we want to mono the wheat here? Now we could also mono the sheep. I think it's too late to get road, and I want to hurt blue as well. So we could also get 2 cities, so I think I'm going to mono the sheep, or the wheat. Am I missing something? I don't think I have the win yet. Blue might honestly have it. Blue might honestly could take it here. Oh, did I blow the win? One, two, three. He needs 4 roads. I don't think any 10s hit, so he has to, wow, if we would have just played the knight instead. Wow. That one feels bad, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we should have had that. I feel like we definitely should have had that game. We had a kind of a bad setup, but our numbers were hitting. Like, let's look. 2s, 6s, a lot of 9s, which helped. A lot of 9s. 2s hit a couple times. I think we should have won that game. I wonder what would have happened if we would have snagged army instead of playing the mono. Maybe I should have played the monos earlier. I definitely should have played the monos earlier. We went for too many dev cards here and we didn't need to. Yeah, that's tough. I think we should have won this game for sure. A lot of mistakes. I think we didn't need to go for as many knights as we did. I didn't realize how close our competitors were. I think we should have monoed a lot earlier and then played our knights later on once we saw that red was competing. So, nonetheless, I wish we could have won this one, but yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.